morning, taking a look at what's happening with markets. Want to welcome our guest today, Reeve Collins, co-founder at Smartmedia Technologies. Reeve, glad to have you on the show today. You're coming on a day after we had a guest yesterday, Oscar Joffrey, who essentially made a pretty bold statement saying NFTs are dead. Want to get your thoughts on that statement? By that kind of move there, I think you oppose that idea.
Well, it's interesting because there is a tracker somewhere that says how often the news has said Bitcoin is dead. And look where the blockchain's been over the last 12 years. So you'll hear a lot of NFT is dead because NFT 1.0, where people are just buying and selling and speculating on images, that is dead. So he's accurate there. But now it's about the utility, the usefulness that NFTs will have in our lives. So
what are some of those use cases for NFTs? Because to your point, we are in a bit of an evolution here with that space.
Absolutely. It's transitioning from the speculation to now where people get real value from it. So it's the transition into Web3. Now you're going to have a wallet when you log into your websites. And when you log in, you're going to get things in that wallet. It's going to be cryptocurrencies, so real value, or NFTs, which is more engaging value. They're objects. They're going to be tickets and loyalty points and coupons and all sorts of different things that make your digital life more robust and more valuable.
Something what we were talking about a moment ago with another guest, the idea of tokenizing your interactions, whether it be with a company, whether it be with a TV station, whether it be with a sports club of sorts, or Twitter, for example, and that's what we were talking about, the tokenization environment that we're likely stepping into, or at least that's what a lot of people believe.
100%, and that's kind of an overarching statement for Web3. Yeah. Web3, the killer app is the wallet. You're going to have a wallet that you have your identity in a wallet and it goes with you on every website, and you're tokenizing your activities and the things that you're going to get rewarded for. So you're going to get value for interacting with these websites because now you have a wallet. Now we have the technology to give that value to the individual users.
Let's talk crypto, right? As we see kind of, the markets up higher today, and crypto, Bitcoin and Ether in particular, have been strongly correlated, with major averages. That correlation stopped yesterday, and that may be a short-term thing, but that correlation is to the point where you got Bitcoin down 5% the last 24 hours, Ether down over 6% the last 24 hours. What are your thoughts on the market movement we're seeing there in crypto more broadly?
Yeah, the market's truly driven by sentiment. So if you really think about what just took place with Binance and FTX and kind of the bickering in the market, that really impacts the prices because people get scared, especially with Terra Luna and these different things. And switching costs, moving from FTX, moving out of the FTT token, is almost zero. It's easy to do. So if there's a slight risk, they move their money, and that causes a lot of sell pressure. And you're seeing that in the markets today. I don't believe it's really necessarily due to the elections coming up right now. It's more due to the information coming out within the crypto markets.
So then I'll ask you the question that I posed to Kenneth a few minutes ago. What's your thought on this kind of blockchain beef, if you would, between Changpeng Zhao and Sam Bankman-Fried, and what do you think the net impact is going to be longer term for the broader crypto market?
At the moment, it's just a lot of, the cooperation is over between those two exchanges. Binance actually was an investor in FTX, and that's how they got so much tokens in the first place. They're now saying they're going to sell those tokens, and so they're no longer going to be kind of that friendly cooperation, and they're going their own ways. And just for CZ to state that he's selling these tokens, it had a massive knockdown effect on the market. It's like when Elon Musk says, buy Doge. He can move markets, and so can CZ. And so it's just sentiment. When people are saying, is FTX insolvent? In my opinion, absolutely not. I think it's actually a good buy right now because it's just sentiment and the price is very far down, and you'll see in a few weeks it's going to recover.
A few things there. I mean, you mentioned Elon Musk, and when we talk about Elon Musk, we often say he's not a guy you want to bet against. I kind of wonder, when you look at Sam Bankman-Fried and the white knight that he has been in the crypto space, is he someone you want to, bet against right now? And obviously Changpeng Zhao is saying yes.
Well, I don't know if I don't believe he's saying bet against them. Okay. He's just saying we no longer need to be involved. It's fine that there's two leaders. And these people they're all brilliant, and they all have extreme resources, the level of resources that's enviable for everyone else, and that's why they can move markets. I agree, don't bet against Elon. He's smarter than all of us, in my opinion. And he has a ton of resources, and he's going to shake up the market, and he's going to turn Twitter into something truly remarkable. Sam Bankman-Fried has also shown in the last 2 years what he can do. He's come out of nowhere and delivered an extraordinary exchange, and I still think there's a long way for that to go. And CZ is doing amazing things as well. And the beautiful thing here is that it's all innovation, and it's all better for the industry. All this money being poured in there is going to create better products and a safer environment for us all to operate in.
Lastly, and to your point earlier, what we're seeing with crypto right now really is it moving on sentiment. That's the major factor. Fear is being priced in right now. The concern, and maybe overblown concern, is of another kind of crypto collapse here. What do you think then reverses the fear to the level that we're seeing it right now in the market?
Some good news, some solid developments, and what I really feel is going to put us into the next bull market is a Web3 project delivering on its promise. For the audience out there, you hear a lot about Web3, but it's going to change the way you interact with the internet. You probably won't see it till mid to end of next year, but when you do, you'll know what it finally means, and it's going to change the way people use the internet. You're going to get more value out of how you interact, and those types of projects, when the first one hits, is going to cause the next bull market.
I think almost every guest that we have had on this show, the timeline they give for the crypto winter truly, or at least starting to let up, is kind of midpoint next year, and that's kind of in a similar vein of what you're saying here. Reeves, always good to have you on the show. Just great insight every time. Reeve Collins, co-founder at Smartmedia Technologies.